He just went to the bathroom on the plane, never expecting it would save her life. As she finished and was about to return to her seat, the plane suddenly shook violently. The sudden weightlessness threw her into the air. When she woke up, everything around her was in chaos. She tried to open the bathroom door but couldn't, so she had to kick it open with all her strength. When she stepped out, she was stunned. Outside was nothing but a frozen wasteland. The plane had clearly crashed into a mountain. A man heard the noise and emerged from the wreckage. They were the only two left. After gathering whatever supplies they could, they set out. They had to climb down the cliffside, but for her, someone who had suffered from acrophobia since childhood, it felt nearly impossible. At one point, she slipped and almost fell, but the man grabbed her just in time. After a grueling effort, they finally reached the mountainside. But this part of the cliff was 10 times harder. Just one glance down made her dizzy. They had to move sideways along a narrow ledge. A large boulder blocked her path, and fear paralyzed her. The man reached out to pull her across, but her legs were shaking so badly she could barely move. Still, she knew she had to push through if she wanted to survive. Just as the man tried to move forward, he realized there were no more ledges to step on. They were trapped, stuck halfway up the mountain with no way forward or back. Then, he had an idea. He jumped, landing on a tree below. The branches cushioned his fall, and he survived. He called up to her, telling her it was safe. With his encouragement, she took the leap. After a brief rest, they continued their journey. Soon, they reached another snow-covered peak. As they walked, the man spotted a cave perfect for shelter from the freezing cold. He urged the woman to hurry, but she was already exhausted. Just as he turned to help her, he saw something terrifying. "Run!" he screamed. She turned, just in time to see an avalanche barreling toward her. Before she could react, the snow swallowed her whole. When the avalanche passed, the man frantically dug through the snow until he found her, barely conscious. He carried her frozen body to the cave. As night fell, he gave her his coat, leaving himself nearly frozen. Regret set in. Maybe they should have stayed by the wreckage and waited for rescue. The woman comforted him as best she could. They spent the night in the cave and set out again at dawn. After crossing several more snow-covered peaks, they finally reached an area free of snow. As they walked, the man suddenly spotted something in the distance. He told the woman to stay put while he went to investigate, but as he stepped near the edge of the cliff, the ground gave way. He fell. The woman screamed and rushed down a side path to reach him. When she found him, he could barely move. She quickly took off her coat to wrap around him, then used another piece of clothing to cushion his head. His arm was broken. He told her to find sticks to make a splint. The pain was so intense he could hardly breathe. She gave him painkillers from her pocket, and they helped a little. With no food left after 5 days in the mountains, they had to keep moving. He insisted she go ahead to find help while he stayed behind. She promised to return. Exhausted, she stumbled through a forest when she suddenly heard a noise. She stopped. A wolf stood in her path. She turned and ran, but her tired legs were no match for the animal. Just as the wolf was about to catch her, she climbed a tree, grabbed a branch, and struck the wolf hard enough to scare it off. But as she ran again, she tripped over a fallen branch. The wolf lunged. This time, she had no escape. She wrapped her coat around her arm and fought back with everything she had. Miraculously, she won. She staggered out of the forest and onto a road before collapsing. When she woke up in a hospital,